One of the biggest and most contentious issues in these past two elections in Israel has been the role of Arabs in Israeli society and in Israeli government.
When I say Arab, I'm not talking about the Arabs. Arabs can be Zionists and support the state of Israel, but they are not Zionists. They do not support the state of Israel.
Perhaps the largest coexistence initiative in Israel and in the world is called the Abraham Initiatives.
سؤال حلو، سؤال محير، سؤال $1,000,000 ملايين الدولارات. يا ريت نعيش بسلام، سلام مع حالي وسلام مع غيري، أو هيك أطفالي أولادي وأحفادي يعيشوا بدون ما يكون.
And I got to speak to 3 key members of the Abraham Initiatives as they prepared to teach teachers how to teach Arabs and Jews English together in an effort to broaden shared society objectives.
There's this feeling within Israeli society that we're bubbled, that we're living within our communities and we're not interacting with each other. And so society might be quite diverse, but often the interaction is low. Now there's nowhere that this is more profound than the separation between Jewish and Arab citizens of Israel. Jewish and Arab citizens of Israel can grow up really never meeting each other, definitely not through the school system, consuming different media, speaking different languages. And I feel very strongly that this is a missed opportunity for Israeli society, that there's huge potential in Jewish-Arab partnership, in embracing the diversity that we have within our society, in dealing with different narratives and creating something new that comes out when the two are in touch. And so I work at the Abraham Initiatives, which is a long-running Jewish-Arab organization within Israel. It's been running about 30 years. I have the privilege of working with Arab peers and having an Arab boss and bringing my children into work to show them what things can look like, and maybe a future vision of Israel, of a society where we're working together for mutual good.
In the age of Netanyahu, we've seen a rise in a Kahanist vibe. Meir Kahan was a rabbi who came to Israel and preached the separation between Arabs and Jews.
The Jewish people, which was once a chosen people, the people of the book, has become less and less so. And sometimes I'll hear Christians speak, and I can't believe that this is the way Jews should be speaking, and instead I get Wolf Blitzer.
And we're seeing a lot more of that amongst the settlers and amongst conservative Israelis. How much does that impede what the Abraham Initiative is doing? And at the same time, things, as you've said, are getting better in certain ways.
So I think that minority rights and equal rights in any country is really the litmus test of a democracy. When Jews and Arabs come together and work together and live in the same towns and visit each other's houses and discuss politics together and sit around important tables together, good things happen. And that's kind of a pragmatic ideology more than a naive optimism, because this is something that we see whether it's round tables of debates or sometimes interacting with political parties and trying to convince them to speak to Arab voters and address Arab issues. It's something that's in the best interest for all of our society.
So Mai, how does teaching language bring people together?
It's an excuse, it's a reason to meet from the beginning. We do need a reason. And when you find out that one need or want to learn and he's interested into hearing you and listening to your language and understanding what you're saying, actually I just need that. From there I can take you anywhere you choose to go or I think you should go into my culture and my language.
So the more they talk to each other and present the different answers, and then the more that they prepare themselves emotionally, mentally, and confidence-wise to stand up or sit down and give their answer, okay? This is important, Okay, this is what we want to get to. We want to get to the kids being able to feel that they can use this vocabulary. They know the words. We can put these words in sentences. These sentences sound great. Guess what? I've got a great answer to your question about what we need for soccer.
You need to focus on the good experience and the harmony between two languages in the same place.
To make a change in society and reality, you have to change reality, of course. You have to change the contribution of all sources. But if you want to do it, you need to change the opinions of people that, for example, for pupils, for teachers, and also for people who make decisions or giving services or giving. Or are in touch with people, with Arab people. So when we deal with shared society, we have to change the opinions and the feelings that people have towards each other, so they can make or they can be the part of the change that we want to do.
I also choose to write. I write about my work and about the reality here in Israel, and people from here and Arabs from all around the world follow and ask questions. And one of the decisions was to write in Arabic. I choose to write in Arabic since most of my work in Hebrew. And Google Translate is doing a very nice and funny job. He translates what I write, but I realize that I always need to explain what I'm talking about. And this is something I learned during working with different cultures. It isn't about the word and the translation. There's a whole story behind the words that I need to explain, and only I can explain it because it's my culture, it's my feelings and my thoughts. None of the books or the applications can do that. We do need a human being for that. And this is the story about learning languages. It isn't about the language itself. It's about where can we meet and how can we use language as an excuse to get to know each other.
So the issue of shared society is not just an issue about combating racism, it's also an issue about actively building equality, whether that be in budgetary mechanisms or in representation in government and decision-making processes.